this one is 5 ways to create easel cards. So this is for a masterclass which will be in issue 44 of Die Cutting Essentials, so I will link the magazine down below. And to create all the cards I used these gorgeous dies that Spellbinders really kindly sent me to use. They're all of the, well, a lot of the Joanne Fink's Inspirations collection, and a couple of the Hemstitch ones from the Amazing Paper Grace collection as well. So really gorgeous dies, and I will link all of the die sets that I've used down below as well. And also, to get the colour scheme for these cards, I used Nouveau Embellishment Mousse, and I used Pure Platinum, Coral Calypso, Orange Blush, Pink Flambe, Royal Aubergine, Cornflower Blue and Old Navy, because it was kind of an odd colour scheme, but I actually really liked the way it turned out in the end. So my easiest card is just a really generic easel card. So the way you make one like this is you just take a normal card blank, but on the top fold, so this was a 5x7 card blank, but on the top flap, so what would be the front of the card, you just score it in half and then fold it over, so you get this from the profile. That's what it looks like. And you can do this with like a top folding A6 card, or a side folding one, or a side folding 5x7. If you had a top folding 5x7, you could do that too, and obviously it would fold this way. You can do it with square cards, you know, any style of card you can make an easel card with, any shape of card, size of card. So that's my basic easel card. And again, I've used all the gorgeous Spellbinders dies to decorate them. And for an easel card you need a stopper. So for this one I used this gorgeous heart die, which I'm sure you'll be seeing in some of my videos on my main channel as well, because I really love this one. And for this I've raised it up on a few little bits of 3D foam, just so it catches really easily. You know, it sort of butts right up against it, so you're not going to get your card sliding. It's quite a nice card to have on a mantelpiece as well, because if somebody walks past in a hurry it's not going to blow over, because it's quite a sturdy card sitting on the base of it. So that is the first easel card, which I would say is the simplest easel card. And a variation that I didn't show in this is, if you've seen the Tonic layering hexagon and octagon dies, they've got half hexagons and half octagons. If you wanted to, instead of sticking a circle on top of this card, you could have cut a half hexagon or octagon in here before you folded this, and then that would pop up as the part of the shape. So that's another variation too, to make it slightly more advanced. So that's the easiest. Now the second type of easel card, this is called a twisted easel card. So it looks just like a square card, however you have folded it on the diagonal so that it stands up like this. And so it stands up like that on your table, and you've got a sort of twisted element to it. So the way you do this one is, it obviously works best with a square card, because you know, you want the two parts of the fold to be equal, and all you do is you line up the 2 points of the front of the card with your scoreboard and score a diagonal line across it, and then fold it, and then you get this. So you can, if you want to, just decorate the triangle, but I usually like to stick a square on it, and here I've used the Hemstitch squares as well, and I've left it so through this side of the Hemstitch you see the white of the card blank, but I've left these ones open just for a different look as well. So that is a twisted easel card, and that I've put the second most difficult card. So you've got the basic, and then this is just a slight variation on the basic easel card because you're at a diagonal. Right, then for the next level of complicatedness, I've done a double twisted easel card. Now it looks kind of funny from the front, because, you know, if you put it that way it's sort of upside down and backwards and a bit confusing, but the way this one works is both of them twist sideways, and that one goes that way. So you've got a double twisted easel card. So it's the same concept as the twisted easel card. However, this time you're using sort of more of a DL. I think I used a 5x7 for this, but you can do it with a DL as well. So you just want to cut your card blank so that your width of your card blank is half the length, so you'll get 2 equal squares out of it, and then you snip down to the score line to create the 2 squares on the front of the card, and then you do how you did for the basic twisted easel card. You just score like this, like the 2 diagonals, so you're just making 2 twisted easels. And so for this one they both twist like that, so that's how that one would stand. So it's just a different take on an easel card. It's quite nice to have a like 2 of them, so it sort of builds more of a scene. You could be really creative with this and have like little characters that sort of stood within a scene as well if you wanted. So that's the next difficulty level. Then I don't know whether I really put these in the right order of difficulty, but anyway, this one is a shaped easel card. So it's basically like the original basic easel card, except you're die cutting your card blank from a shaped die. So this one stands like this. So the base of the easel card is a heart, just like the top of it as well. So the way, it's a bit complicated to see from this how you've actually done the easel, but so for this one, let me get the die set. This die comes in 2 parts, you see. You get the intricate piece that cuts all the words around the heart, but you also get the basic shaped heart too. So to create the card blank for this one, you would take just any card blank you've got that this fits onto, and then you line it up. Oh, that's obviously the wrong way around, but you line it up so part of the heart is off the fold line of your card blank, and then you die cut it, so you still have this hinge in place. And then again you follow the basic principle of this was the front of our heart shaped card blank, and you just fold it in half. And this one doesn't have to be exactly in half really. It's quite difficult to get a shape to be exactly in half, so you know it doesn't really matter for that, but roughly in half if you can. And then you just decorate the front. For this one I did snip off this bottom piece for the folded over one, just so it doesn't get bent, and then I've just used a little heart for the easel for this one. Because you've got a tiny portion that's actually sitting on the base of the card, you can just use something really small to stop that and stop it from sliding. So that's the next difficulty one. And then I've said this one is the most difficult. Hang on, let me just find the die set as well. So this was the die set I used. So I've said this one is the most difficult. This one is incorporating some acetate into the easel card, so you can see all the way through it. Now originally I had tried to cut this, well I won't take it off, I had tried to cut this all the way through the entire card blank. So I had my card blank like this, and I laid the die on so one cutting edge was hanging over the fold line. However, because this one is so intricate and detailed, it wouldn't cut all the way through. So instead I opened the card blank out and I lined the die up and hung the top edge over the fold line as if I was trying to do it the other way, but this time I had the top cutting plate not quite over the whole of the die. Yeah, so basically the front of your card is this intricate design then, but the back is still solid. And so then you fold that in half just as you would with a normal easel card, and then when you come to decorate, so you can see that's just a normal easel card from the side, and then when you come to decorate it, you again use the main intricate die to cut your panel, and then you just stick it to the bottom half of the folded piece as well. And then for this one, before I stuck the 2 frames to this folded piece, I just added a piece of acetate behind them. This is just to strengthen it really. And you could even make it into a shaker card if you wanted to. It's a bit complicated with this one because they're such fine pieces that you'd have to put the foam tape around, but if you just use maybe 2 rectangle dies just to get a basic rectangle shape, you could easily make that into a shaker card, so you could have a shaker easel card, which would be really cool. And then for this one I just used this gorgeous butterfly die, again from the Spellbinders Joanne Fink's Inspirations collection, just to create my stopper, because it's obviously got a wide base, so you want to use something wider. You can use small elements to stopper something with a wide base, like I did on the double twisted easel card. I just used the sentiment to stopper the 2 pieces, but to make sure it's definitely gonna stay up, it's better to use like a longer piece here. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully there will be some more of these too, 5 ways to do something. I'm wanting to do 5 ways to do shaker cards too, but I never seem to have 5 shaker cards made at the same time to be able to show you, but I thought this would be a great way to start off the series. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye.